Hello everybody and welcome to Communication at Business Academy Southwest. So today we will discuss user experience and why it matters. And it's based on this theory of Jesse James Garrett from 2003 called the element of user experience, user-centered design for the web. And so why does user experience matter? Good question. We see this everywhere. It's a buzzword, user experience here and there. But why is it important here? And why do you think that you as multimedia designers need to know about user experience? So, what is this? A coffee machine. So, how would you feel about a design like this one, a coffee machine? And what can go wrong if you want to use this coffee machine? Trust me, many things can go wrong. For instance, you don't know how to use the buttons. You don't know how to put water in it. You don't know how much coffee you have to put in the machine and so on. So you have many different problems here. And of course, we will like those problems to disappear. And we can use user experience for this. For instance, we have user experience here, and we see it very, very clearly. So design, this is design, it's normal design, but user experience, it's more the way that the user does things and the way that users experience things. And this is why we have this dusty road here and not a way. So, when we have a person who interacts or is getting in contact with a product or service, we need this to work. Because if it works, we have a happy person who wants to come back. So we need the interaction that involves movements and understanding to be clear for the user. So user experience at the web. Why is that important? Because the web is a kind of self-service product. There's no person who is telling you what to do. You can't go to a training seminar about the web. There's no instructional manual about how to use the web. So it is important to have a very clear message when you are building up a web page. So an important thing is to have a sustainable and competitive homepage that is very easy to use. So the impression that the customer is getting at first hand, this impression is important. Because if you have the impression of the user, you exactly know how to build up a homepage. But you need to differentiate yourself. Because if you don't do this, you're just like everybody else in the Red Sea. So how do we get customers that is loyal for our company? We can do many things, but of course we need user experience. We need to know about the experience of the user, of the customers. How can we do this? We can, for instance, have this kind of return of investment, because if we have happy customers, of course we need, and we get money out of it, and money can turn into value. So if we have happy customers, we have a great company. And the way that we can get feedback from the customers is to, of course, when we have developed something, we can make tests, we can bring in the customers and have a kind of think aloud test where the customers is doing whatever on the homepage and in the same time telling aloud what do they think, what do they feel, and what is their knowledge about this homepage. Is it good, is it bad, and so on. You can also have newsletters, you can have emails where you can measure how happy is the customers. So all in all, we need to build up a strong relationship to our customers. And we do this by user experience. So, if you are a customer going into a homepage for the first time and you can't find this button that you are looking for, what is happening then? You are really struggling. You are having troubles. You are blaming yourself. And maybe you think you did something wrong. Maybe you didn't put enough attention into this homepage. And then you feel stupid. And exactly this temper and this feeling and emotion, this is what we don't want in our company. And we don't want people getting angry because they don't understand. Because it's not them who don't understand. It's the company that made the homepage who didn't do it in the right way. So we need to use the users. We need to use their experience to develop a great homepage. So we want to improve our company by using user experience. And if we do this, we can create efficiency. And this is good for the company because then we see more happy people, of course, emotional. But we also are looking at faster working processes. We are looking at fewer mistakes, and all in all, time is money. So user experience is important. And if people know how to use the homepage or the product or the service or whatever, primarily this theory is with focus on homepages, but it could be anything. Remember that. So we need to look at how do we reduce the complexity of the product, the service, or the homepage. So if we have user-centered design, and user-centered design is where we are looking of the whole of the human. So are they satisfied? Do they learn enough when they're using this product? So is it efficient? What about the memory of the activity and the errors? And especially the errors is very interesting here. Because if you take away the errors, you are lucky to have a great homepage, product, or service. So you need to take the user into account in every step you do. Not only when your product is totally finished and you want to launch it, but you need to take them with you all the way in the developing process. And we call this co-creation or co-designing. So we need to have focus on what matters for the user, because it is the user who in the end will use the product. They need to have pleasure. It needs to be intuitive. And all in all, it just needs to work. Because if it don't work, you don't have any customers. They just find another homepage. They just go to your competitor. So it needs to work. So thank you for listening. This was a little lesson about user experience. I hope that you got something out of it. Of course, we will see you in class and I will have some great discussions for you. We will have some workshops and assignments. And I just look forward to see you. So have a nice day.